So just a little bit about why Ghana, and just briefly take you through how it came about. You got a clue earlier on because Sir Eldred mentioned that he'd known me in Ghana. Well, no, he didn't know me in Ghana. He knew me shortly after that because Sir Eldred was Dean of the medical school in Kumasi in Ghana between 80 and 85. And around that time, I qualified in 1982 as a doctor. And around that time, my wife and I were looking for somewhere to work overseas. And the world's a big place, and it's really hard deciding where to go and work. And one thing that happened is we got in conversation with Sir Eldred, and he said, well, look, there's this medical school, and why don't you go out and work there in Kumasi? So we got local contracts and went and worked for 2 years as lecturers at the medical school. My wife was a lecturer in child health and myself in general medicine. It wasn't psychiatry then. And now, my wife's going to look at that and think, that's not me. It's not. It's her sister. She's taking the photograph. So that's actually us back in the late 80s, and that's our first child there as well, who spent her first 18 months in Ghana. But that's how it all started, really. And Sir Eldred alluded to the fact that, I mean, something I feel very much is that having that experience has enabled me to come back later and come back and do something more. So in 2006, I decided my career was at a point where I could probably look at doing something like this again, and so contacted the Tropical Health Education Trust. Around that time, Dr. Jassy, who you'll be hearing from in a while, had been saying that Ghana was looking for help, and that's how we got connected up, really. And when I went to the Tropical Health Education Trust, I was going on behalf of the NHS, not an individual. So I discussed it with our chief executive at the time, and I went on behalf of the organisation. So it was in the organisation right from the start. And it's slowly built up through that way, through successive, even through the mergers of the NHS, we've kept in there.